Hello everyone, I'm back at home and I wanted to show you the plants that I brought home from Monrovia. They were so kind as to allow us to pick a few plants to bring home with us or take home with us. And I was fortunate enough to choose, voila, a couple of these topiaries. Y'all, it's been a dream of mine for years to have topiaries in the garden. And to be honest, the ones that I saw were just not good quality. And what they wanted for the ones that I saw, I believe, were just too much money. So, because of the quality. So when I went to Monrovia and they gave us the opportunity to choose plants to take home, I knew right away that this was something that I wanted for my garden. Isn't it beautiful? You by now have seen the footage that I shot there with the craftsman Raul talking about how these are made. From start to finish, it takes 4 years. 4 years. They choose, little saplings and then they go up and up and up and up. And it's actually hand done. All of this is hand done. So the first plant that I got was this rose in their nitty gritty series. It is a peach rose, and y'all, this thing has a nice fragrance to it, and it is developed to be hardy for the South. Now, one of the things that I really like about Monrovia is that they have nurseries in 4 regions of the country. So they have nurseries in Oregon, Connecticut, Georgia, as well as in California. And so the different nurseries grow plants particular for that zone. They grow for other areas, but these roses are grown here in Georgia. They are able to withstand the sun as well as our humidity. They are disease resistant, black spot resistant, which is huge in roses, and they bloom all summer long. You can see this thing is full of buds, full of buds. So I'm looking forward to adding this to the garden because, as a cottage garden, roses play a key part in that. And so I'm looking forward to adding this. They've just released a new series of hydrangeas, and this is a new one. If you notice, look at the stems. They are black. This is Seaside Serenade, and it's a white bloomer. I'll put the full name on the screen for you. So, so pretty. It is a lace cap hydrangea, so it blooms on old and new wood, which is great, which means that you can't mess it up when you prune. I like that, right? My other plants that I got was a bluebeard. It's called La Barbe Blue. It's a bluebeard. Look at the blooms in comparison to this yellow foliage, this chartreuse foliage. Isn't that gorgeous? It takes full sun and it is pollinator friendly. And you all know from my channel that I love my pollinators, and I have all the bird baths and bird house and, to accommodate my pollinators. And I provide plants to feed them while they're here so they can do their work for me. So this was the other plant I got. And then in our welcome packet, we each got a little bitty plant to put in our hotel room to brighten our stay. And I thought that was a really nice touch. This is a dianthus. It's called Vivid Bright Lights Dianthus. It is a perennial, full sun, 8-inch tall by 10-inch wide, and it blooms spring to fall. Hardy zones 4 to 9, and it's hardy to -30, y'all. So it's a pretty hardy plant. I have just the spot picked out for this, and I'm in love. So let's talk about these beautiful topiaries. There's one on this side and one on that side, and I am going to be adding them to be this really nice central focal point for when you walk into the flower garden. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Then I'll get planting and you can see. So this is the entrance to the flower garden. I was supposed to be on my way to the storage shed to put the suitcase in, but I got distracted and ended up edging this bed over here. And as a result, the suitcase is still there, but I'll put it away before the night is done. I want to go ahead and get these topiaries in the ground and get them watered in nice and good. And then I also want to get the rose and bluebeard in the ground. The hydrangea, I am still not 100% sure exactly where I'm going to put it yet. And so we'll do that in another video. We're going to have our March tour coming up next week. So, you know, you'll see where I put it in that video. On this side, next to the house, are the other two. And you can see it gives you a balance. This side, I have a conifer. And this conifer used to be what was the main attraction for this area. But I felt like it needed something else. And then when I added the topiary, it was like, yes, that's exactly it, the perfect fit. So I then said, oh, I can do the same thing on the other side. And I feel like instantaneously, this is now complete. But there's still one element that's left for this side, for the entrance to the flower garden. And that's going to be an arbor right here. That arbor is going to match the one for the veggie garden, and I'll insert some footage there. And it's going to be the entrance to the garden. So I feel like with both topiaries and both conifers on either side, with a climbing rose and a clematis here, it'll be the same match. And these are two Queen Elizabeth roses, one on either side. It will just fill out, okay? Excuse the cardboard mess that's over there. I am sheet mulching a bed, and the cardboard is for that. All right, let's get planting. This flower bed was flooded last year, and some of the gravel and rocks that edged the beds made its way into this flower bed. And as a result, I ended up with rocks in here. So I'm digging a nice wide enough hole to fit the diameter. And I wanted it offset just a wee bit. It's always good to put a good starter fertilizer when you're just installing a plant. I think I need to go down just a hair. Okay, I shifted that Cupid's kiss. It's a reblooming iris forward. Let's work on this topiary. Oh. Hey everyone, I'm all done. I'll come back out tomorrow morning and show you where I put the other things because I'll plant those tomorrow. But I also wanted you to see what it looks like. Did you just see that firefly? Y'all, it's looking so good. Could you imagine when the arbor goes in and the grass grows in like it's supposed to? Man, I'll be so excited. It's looking really good. All right, everyone. It is the next morning, and I wanted to show you in daylight what we got done yesterday. So I decided, as I said, to flank the entrance into the flower gardens with the two topiaries. I did one on each side, and I tried to have it so that this point in the topiary pointed in the opposite direction. I also wanted to start off with a fuller side here. There's a method to my madness. I just liked that look. Now, what I probably will do is shift this rose over so that it mimics this side. These are Queen Elizabeth roses. And yeah, so like I said, all about symmetry, or I may just leave it as is. I love this. So my plans are this summer at some point to build an arbor right here. And yesterday I said I would insert footage, but I'll just show you. There's the arbor there. And that is the entrance into the veggie garden. And I have two climbing roses on it. And it's going to be the same thing here. These are white climbing roses. And I don't know if you can see, but the canes are actually starting to reach for something to climb onto. So next big purchase will be the wood to do that. And my neighbor helped me build the last one. So I'm going to be doing the purchase on the other. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous day. And I'll see you next time in the garden. Happy gardening.